Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning. April 7th, 2023. Today na April 7, 2023. Salon people, another beautiful day. You see, Salon people, we know say, the holy month of Ramadan continues. Today na Good Friday for all we Christian brothers and sisters, them. We just want to mix up everything. Sierra Leone is one of the most beautiful countries when it comes to religious tolerance. And the one thing I don't enjoy over the years, Muslims, they cohabitate with Christians. Christians, they cohabitate with Muslims. We don't even say we're not Christian or Muslim. We don't even care about party. They all they grow up and all that stuff they did these days. And I hope they going to remain the same, But happy, Good Friday to everybody out there. We always celebrate Good Friday. To our brothers and sisters, we still, go ahead with the fast, the holy month of Ramadan. Let God continue for guide we all. God continue for protect we all. Continue for make provisions for we all. Let God continue for guide we path. In this time so we do so. We just want to mention that. But of course, Salon people, again today, April 7th, when I know say then they begin the ID card distribution. So again, you center where you register, at the same center you go pick up your voter ID card. It's a beautiful day. This day now, all they wait for, we are one step closer, for remove President Bio eventually. We'll go vote June 24. We pick the next president by God in power. Marabio they go, the SLPP they go. But as far as we're concerned right now, Marabio is still legitimate president of Sierra Leone. Until that day, when they inaugurate the new president, then Sierra Leone move on. Marabio packing back the next day go. That day the right cease for being president of Sierra Leone. But as far as we're concerned today, at this particular moment in time, President Bio remain for being president in Sierra Leone. Well, everybody understand that one day. Until the day where they hand over power. So Salon people, this is what things.
Not so as far, I'm not saying you just they say, not so as far as we are concerned, it is as far as the constitution concerned, he is still the president until.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. Yeah. Perfect. We don't vote Marabio Kashi. Marabio to go, come record. Salon people don't say Marabio to go. No work for we, don't fail we. Things done dear in the country, things are difficult. All my one leg go. By God in power, after the inauguration of the next president, Marabio don't become former president as alone.
Former President Nkrumah, now the president of Sierra Leone from September 2007 to April 4th, 2018. Somebody they cease for become president when they make election, when it lose, and then not swear in a new president. That's where you cease to be president. So, as far as we know, the responsibility of the country still in hand, meaning whatever to be happy now, so until we bad happy within this last days we left, so it's still accountable. Because
so this is the reason why we shouldn't make a mistake of giving people
the fountain of honor. He's still the commander in chief. So whatever happy, but this 79 days we don't left, so then we'll kill people them. Commander be now they ask question under you watch. Even though you go. So we still say whatever happened now, like in the continue for past bad law, and so is still the president of the parliament. So still they put all them anything happen until June 24. Is still they be accountable.
Absolutely.
This 7 days you don't get vacuum. There is no vacuum. Person will not get vacuum. If you die right now, you'll yellow and they step the street.
Yeah.
So as far as we're concerned, whatever they happen now, they continue to happen. We still they put an eye because we have no vacuum. By constitution. Then say in executive power some of the seize, but the in ceremonial power no the seize. Matter of fact, Ibrahim, after Parliament close now, would they live on executive states? Now in no more the in the rule.
Absolutely.
Because cabinet they can dissolve, so in no more gets little control because we not get vacuum, not to animal kingdom. So whatever happens, this is the say, it still gets chance for prosecutors that they don't kill people there. For so okay, at Fadi Gosef now, would have been killed Makeni, would have been killed Parimaru because by law, they say when you fail for prosecute, you want to perpetrate the offense, that you don't bear the greatest responsibility.
Absolutely.
And that's what you have to.
Absolutely. That's a perfect point. So dear President Bio, we watch you. You are going to be a former president after the elections of June 24. When you inaugurate the next president, when we hand over power, you go become former. And see nobody gonna go ask former President Nkrumah right now say now you're responsible for anything that happen in the country. Nobody gonna say, hey, former President Nkrumah, now you make rest there. No. Now President Bio, now you make rest there, they make all things there. Now they ask. Everything will happen in that country. Now they ask, say, the next day, why would they get a new president who pull Marabio? But anyway.
Ibrahim, the ironical thing is if President Bio na former president, then it means the parliament itself now former parliament, and they lost the way in the past now for the benefits, and they're not supposed to forget them. They're not supposed to pass them anymore.
Well,
surely. So the parliamentarian back now, former parliamentarian, and they shouldn't be passing laws or making laws anymore.
You know, Kashi.
You know, but again, it's part of the civic education. Like,
absolutely.
They'll just wash.
Absolutely. The good thing is this, right? Well, we already said the parliament they don't discontinue that bill where they be one pass, that welfare bill. I think say a very important for touch on Andy. Say the parliament we already say not discontinue, but we want to see because we no say they be already get this particular bill here. So we want to be sure say yes, this bill here and not making way through. Because we're not going to see right up no more.
Not in the bill and the billboard over we so well, just want to make we shut up.
Right.
Because again, it just like when you listen to that interview and listen to that Lawrence Williams guy, it was like when you go now them bookshop them outside the thing legally for day, they are not there. So they could pass this law and kind of like hide them from the people, make the people not see whether they don't pass them or not.
Right.
Because like it's the pattern. And that Lawrence Williams guy actually talk and say decide them when the team for day. They don't in any way going on any side, their government, whatever, bookshop or whatever, it is not there. So how we for no way we say first of all they grab the media houses them. So how we get for know whether they pass them or not, and the speaker is into it, all of them they into it. So how we they know? Is it not again? It goes back to the opposition who can't tell we.
Absolutely.
I want to believe that.
Absolutely. Yeah. We have to dig deeper into these things. We want proper clarification. How we go show, how we go no say, because for do right up it's easy. But why somebody can talk to we? We still get members of parliament that are still working. They still they receive salary as of this moment. They still get paid for sitting fees. Why Unano can talk to we publicly? Let we get to know on the records either the leaders of the opposition. Them you talk about the APC, the NGC, or the C4C, including the SLPP as well. Why would not come back and can talk to the people publicly? Let we get them on the record say that bill won't be a say parliament will pass. We don't discontinue. Why Salon people not go all the leaders them accountable within the walls of parliament? Because yesterday we don't call them out say una go on a constituency. Una go look at people in the eye, how they suffer, how they punish in this dunya. Una gonna boy, una gonna crube, una gonna submit, una go look how picking and they suffer the lives of our people, how decrepit their lives and day. We say una go check for yourself. Then una serve with una conscience. How much member of parliament don't write a legislation? How much member of parliament don't co-sign a bill that a parliament day? Una say una don't work. Una show it. But this particular bill una they say una don't discontinue. We want the leaders of the opposition in parliament come out and speak to the people, or members of parliament come out and speak. Not over just see them on a write up now WhatsApp. APC they fet say not to SLPP say na APC. We no say Numa na open this bill and we hear but na talk am. Hey, una come now, una come for the record's sake. Salon people them until una old una leaders them let them on the record. Let we hear them, see them visually, audio, let them talk. Say yes, that bill they will not be support them. Now dangerous bill, it's rubbish, it's wicked, it's cruel. Why we members of parliament for us for this kind of money will not be supported? We are not there, we don't know about them. They should be on the record. That is a responsibility as citizens. Not to follow you know say, hey, they don't discontinue. So glad he said they don't discontinue. We want for no. Go ahead, comrade.
Ibrahim. That will make this thing very short. When we talk about, see, this government don't plan for pass the PR system, they don't plan for adopt the NI number during voter registration with the civil registration together. Ibrahim, the Parliament of Sierra Leone, they all say and expunge them and lie in the lie. Ibrahim, to be very honest with you, anything that they say, they expunge. What's happy at the end of the day during elections? We see the NI number, they not just use that maybe a condition for level engagements for register. The civil registration, they make them a condition. Level will register during election voter registration. We say not get 90 for the national insurance of civil registration. At the end of the day, we see we're going to proportional representation system when we get constituency where they exist. Ibrahim, blatant abuse of a constitution.
Absolutely.
Ibrahim, we talk about the census. Then tell we say Then feds from what we see, then they don't tell them they will see and what they move feds, so they say they're not going to let them lead the team. What's happening after that? Few go down the line where they can put census way, the World Bank will withdraw, the EU withdraw from. President tell me say he get unprecedented support from Parliament for the census. We will take it, they will not say census not happiness alone. People and they will not count. When they tell say they don't count them, Masila Samba say they not, you know, see nobody like host Ibrahim, but to date, now based on that census, they make a go onto PR system. So what's in that the guarantee? We possibly for acting in potentially if they can't talk and say, Ibrahim, let me say they not expunge the use of PR system and the use of NI number per voter registration. They said not expunge them. It has been expunged. I can remember we the call construction program. They were even telling me, "Hey, but I just fast in them and they expunge them." We also tapping up till dates. And no can for can tell you well not to say now we will win a parliament will be no expunge them. So they won't put a deal. Not to be talking even under registration, we put in the talk. They're not going to say, well, the Parliament of Sierra Leone will not expunge them, will not be in the pass up. What mean they use that the business secretary by me left both? Nobody.
Absolutely.
So which confidence person who want to select the country? To me, as a person,
you know why?
I don't have any trust in that.
Comrade.
No, I record so many things.
You know why?
System,
well, comrade,
but it still happens.
Comrade, you know why it's important, and I know you know that it's important for get somebody on the record because then you can use them for prosecute these people later on. Because then case now perjury for the members of parliament can lie per we. It is a serious crime. You don't lie to your people. You don't make laws and you come out.
If it's the whole deputy speaker in APSI, they don't do very well these 5 years. To the
come on, is it the deputy speaker or the leader of government's business?
I think it's the deputy.
I think it's separate. I think
deputy speaker is Singapore or something. But at Newma,
yeah, I think the leader of government's business and Newma. Is it Matthew Newma also?
Actually. No, the fact is, Kashi and comrade, I think say the guy in Newma. Again in position, but
I think I'm not the leader of government's business.
Okay.
Yeah. And so you see the man talk say this question self. Last na kala na pujo na mwamba na bo na bond. The essence meaning on the virus 160,000 I can present or 100,000 for bag or they buy 200,000 maybe go 200,000 still buy 200,000 a meter. Meaning, when they buy one compress, 2,000 euros, they don't bill for that. Fine hospital them when I picking and they die because of lights. They go therapy that but see that Sako guy for toxic for using your money for less in system picking not die. But if you know for na do a big, we now all go now ask them question. Let them show who's work they work. The thing they will because the campaign the way the MP they can build, I don't build hospital, I don't build whatever, I don't do hey that is Southeast team by telling the MP they not do nothing. They will not build safe, they not make books of let them build even buffer for the people and call them believe say that SLP in that power, the people they work for the hence that talk boy building with them here, then the parliament and the votes them believe and they say a woko no woko the people
I got much small and that's what you talk to say. They're not the Southeast, they don't do any work for the MP. And one of the reasons, and I don't know this for fact, but waiting I suspect is this is clear. If for instance, if they give them like that community development fund where they don't call something else, you know, like the APC MPs them go be more worried, say if they're not do what they're supposed to do with them, anti-corruption they can not the case. But the SLPP they get that leverage where they can do anything. But they will be protected. It could well be the pattern. So what you talk so they don't work at the Southeast. It could well be right.
Forget about the corruption. They both allow the whole Toboy, the pantry, the people they're not a cult society. Meaning SLPP don't need for work, you just need to forget the symbol. Then they you book and see if a good self-engaged symbol and the vote for them. So they believe say the people they will go, they know go when they come to election. Because also what we see with them is staff feel scarce. The guy took on to send up you see the team track having but we know that they vote for SLPP. Imagine Kashi, normal human being, if not to somebody like a cult, normal human being. You they talking about them, they say that they go to the person. Can't see me, papa, and was impossible feed me. Maybe they feed me, I transfer to the neighbor. My papa will want me. If you need to feed me every day, I transfer to the neighbor.
Especially if na recklessness. If na genuinely you papa no get, then you will say no. But when I recklessness, of course.
Papa no get genuinely. One only and papa no would say genuinely. You know get for you with one only. Kasi that neighbor will feed me every day at the transfer day.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Everybody, all member of parliament now, let them pay them. But within the people now. Una tell we waiting, una do the Southeast at the measure at the put specifically because that then you them believe the mentality of them. Then they say, me na SLPP, Chokboy, Bini me, I don't see the all the say logo now my SLPP. And let me tell you something, cash works. This time around, salute people for take this campaign against people of parliament, not to based on politics, so it's based on issues. The entire country for ask MPs them, what do not do? Any question that's not of you, or for the applicants and down the line, everybody will appointment Ibrahim Cashbox. We don't work as legislator. We don't work as part of the executive body. They all get question for answer. The legislators them, number one, what will be expect from them? And for women better laws than probably laws with the protect we. We don't see the law will not make way, laws will not do now way it day against with the law that even bypass the Albatmaga era. All the way don't make for the next 5 years. Now law there for disadvantage we is the CISO and the cyber law. Law we give police rights for good person also thought warrants. Law we give police rights for all person for thought do that is give me full language checker. Una imagine. Then law there and then cargo. The same parliament that we say they approve that bill for let people and pay tariff high. So una day like Kenny man, I can't do the free call and then 12 o'clock and call myself Saturday weekend when I get free call or limited student, the way they get student tariff, school begin tariff, all load again. So when I ask the MP being that Southeast, when I pull that tribe or that party or talk when I pull up on this one, let them country now, what thing they don't do on a constitution or ability them, on a constitution them, on a district, let them talk. Because now like we say, we can't sit exam. Now revision, now we begin to revision now on what will happen Ibrahim. A very pathetic. Let me tell you something, Ibrahim. These are the dragon to this convention because I'm not even. These are the dragon deliberately. When I watch the debates between the SLPP and the EPC, because the meaning, I cannot say we will see that to miss radio and television. I have one very big disappointment, Ibrahim. We are the dragon to this convention. Me, people are not convincible. Me as a party person. We are know how SLPP they lie. We make NGC they can't join the lie. We make people with the diaspora. We survive. We don't say left alone. We know people know the issue proper. APC not people. So the people and to them do. We make we change system like we roll and give you that corner lights, that Kaila on put other thing there. We then say APC and victim. We make people even join NGC. Ibrahim, I see in the whole debate. Now, where every journalist bring it give them the heads up on the Africanist press. The way we respond, that the Minister of Information, he said the man they decriminalize per diem. Ibrahim, for God's sake, non-pan position when I in forbidden report for hold that thing day. For justify and say, okay, love bully because the auditor don't forget about the auditor general report. If you don't see the auditor lie, okay, love pull the auditor general report. What about African Express? Where consistently 5 years, the report against Sudan, 5 years, nobody can debunk it in my talk. That BBC, the man don't talk at BBC 2 term or almost 10. One day, you not talking about that, it's not a radio station, where it's about the corruption, the thievery of this government. Ibrahim, fet na foul. If I get Saul, I send up by you. You want make I get Kenya keep as you want make a pop and so that they need seeking. Africanist president the Kenya paper of APC for use against SLPP because they still want to make defense on the audit report. Those general is illegally because he point out it in there. And let me tell you something. All routine I told this with no regret, and I believe say people as alone is true. Ibrahim, whatever the original report don't talk about, Africanist president put that then before they talk about it. In fact, they make it in detail. If you African person want to talk about Timba, they tell you how the money come out, the person will go take the money, who said the money passed, the president also said the money reached the president.
Absolutely.
We talk about the forgery of the president. So everything Ibrahim, the guy not just say no more, okay, President Bill wrote 500 billion. Where the top of the thief, it show the bank transaction number with the one where they withdraw the money. Ibrahim, Honorable Abukabu, for God's sake, is doing it do well. But let me tell you something, I'm disappointed. For let's sit down with that minister they talk like that because they're very good for go back. They don't go back to history. Ibrahim, if they talk about that tilapia Sakwan, if you want to about corruption, if you want before break that man is unfair, if you be community, you will not accept that again. If you will measure the African best in publication consistently, that man not get nothing for talk. If you see, even the journalist asks Rado Swari, he not able to defend him, he just demand to criminalize. Ibrahim Putin criminalized Fatima Biou, Uyeri, Omar Hona interview Fatima Biou, African Express at the same time. We make Fatima Biou tell we say the states, now from the states, they pull money, when they take money, the states also again, we want to die. Yep. Because the man pulled everything. So Ibrahim, we cannot talk about corruption as alone without talking about African Express. And that's so then they take for making people incredible, for discouraging them for fighting by people expecting for
yes.
Let me tell you something. I want to talk to what African Express that I want to let them say the work we do now for the people, now for God and the people of Sierra Leone. If they don't recognize you, people let me tell you something. I know we're surprised. Because you don't represent that say the parliament, they hate the corruption, the parliament, because this House of Parliament will touch the parliament, you don't touch.
Come in. I just want, like when you say, we don't need for bail or for encourage the African Express. We've always done it, and I believe Salon people have always done appreciate them. The thing I hear is, comrade, not to say like they accept the MPs, them, the Adukago where we don't they praise all this while. You see, again, it go back to what you say, comrade, yesterday. And I tell you, say, oh, well, like, you remember when you talk, say, you feel a way Adukago actually can join in this parliament? I think you were completely right. Although me kind of like talk, say, well, still, it was a powerful parliament if they had taken advantage of it. But I think you were right when you say you regret where you can join this parliament. Because the reason why I say so, comrade Ibrahim, not to say Adukago, all the parliaments not actually know the work the African Express don't do. But just because they don't call out people when and then Godfather them, so even the Abdukagbo and the CDI units where we all the praise, seem for the kind of like they don't want to go in the direction of the African Express because clearly the African Express even in parliament they don't call them out. So, basically, for me to make reference to the African Express about things that will matter, will help the APC coming, they don't want to do it because they will kind of like say, oh, we indict, we own Ababa them, we own Godfather them in politics. So in a way, I agree with you when you talk, say, it is a shame for make Abdukabo can join this kind of parliament because it seems for to be very economical with waiting for help the APC. Waiting there where powerful reach the African Express right now as alone in terms of like APC using it as like a tool, a campaign tool. Waiting there where powerful reach that. Nothing. No matter how you reference the audit report. Ibrahim, when you go to the audit report, the audit report mentioned about the First Lady. Clearly, we say the office of the First Lady not produce any account. Not producing any account does not necessarily mean saying a corruption. The person we can pull them now completely, yes, not negligence and a lack of know-how, like competent people, the incompetent people in their role that they. Yes. But who has come and pull transaction reference numbers then? How the office of the First Lady, they take the money and all that thing in there. So Abdukabo, all he does, now for actually just reference the audit report. But what's in the way big? Where for exposing this government reach the African Express? Why is it balance that side? Why does it not want to go there? That's the $1 million question, Ibrahim and comrade.
If it didn't be the treaty, if I was part of that team, would employ people for take African Express publication bit by bit every day, or pull a show would force the government now for can respond to the African Express. This time politics our cash, this is the campaign how now. This time move for give message. It's not me every day. But let me tell you something, Kashi. I become very worried if a government in the waiting they refuse for call out the incumbent on the thievery. We people in the boy somebody don't publish. Let me tell you something.
Yeah, what's the under their own sleeve?
By extension, now we Africans press help the APC because now we campaign, now we weapon. Exactly. I get AK, somebody can give me RPG.
Yes.
See now Adam kills RPG for finish the enemy.
Yes.
Now we AK weapon for finish SLPP.
Yes.
So to me, this is not the topic, but I just bring Corona to this trial for
come wait. This is
I have to serve my God and my conscience and my country. No, because what me can tell I know bring to discussion. I just bring our program because me any tweet in my head. From what I look down, I don't see them here. That's okay. But if they point out the thing, the way the government, like the lights with the A's, the tariff, they talk about corruption, and just pinpoint the second to report or the general because the president forged. But why we can't show we how the forgery happened? Why we can't make the first lady talk say that is government they take money from the state house? Why we they pull publication after publication, bank transfer after bank transfer? Why you can't tell me say the next $10 million we tell about the next then thief $10 million? Hey boy Ibrahim, let's be very honest here. You know the cash box are encourage African Express. Now so people discourage well.
No,
I don't get interest in politics.
You and I, like what would they so? Now you always can tell me say, cash box. Yeah, we didn't know there is no turning back because we know what to do. And no comment back because and if you don't tell me so,
but equally cash box. The way you made the talk behind the scene.
Yeah.
If I not been the Lekun is only to get a conversion at the baker and the make like understand say kasi we have a lot to lose of
absolutely.
Maybe if you don't discriminate something. We need for live to self or for let the person say.
No, it's true.
Not
it's
to
true.
few people. It's true. Then no mean say the nation that appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Many are the only for the silent majority can see many people when they talk.
This is the thing. If we can go back to Parliament, the reason why the reason why you don't get business here, if I can go back to it, first of all, the Parliament failed the people of Sierra Leone by not putting substance to these things, because by not calling, I don't say substance because there is substance in the evidence anyway. By not calling out the government, all of them afraid for mention these things. Like what you mentioned yesterday, the only person we mentioned in the parliament was Honorable AKK. Waiting happened, we get Honorable Manley Spain. We're gonna win an ECOWAS parliament at the time when they asked for the August 10 protest. When I talk say no, only opinion. They failed the people of Sierra Leone by exposing this government. They don't talk what happened. Then now, they kind of like friend because the African is supposed to expose even the parliament and some of them godfather. So these people, they don't want to mention anything.
No, Okasi, no for African Express. One civil society, I seen a Kale Center for Accountability.
Yes, we say parliament is the most, yes, right.
They say the state house and the parliament,
yes.
One of the two most corrupt is joined.
That's correct. Yeah.
Then a Center for Accountability and Rule of Law. Not that they make in the report.
Yes.
They say the two secret houses of our country. When are they for uphold the rule of law, because the state house and the parliament are the secret houses of our country. It's in the most corrupt institution. In the BBC, the interview.
Yeah, what I'm saying, when Carl pulled that report, they mention it, but again, this is where how powerful the African Express. Can't say that, but without transactions, without check numbers, the African Express come and pull all of these things out. No Ayata in a parliament, no mind talk about it. This is the reason why they wouldn't talk about these things. Because even them, they don't call them out.
Yeah, Comrade Kashi, and Comrade, thank you for bringing in this conversation anyways. I mean, it's a very valid conversation because even the last night I tweeted about that when our brother Sidi Tunis was on 98.1 with the Minister of Information, Mohamed Soare. When the young lady with the interview on 98.1, I'm able to keep up with their names them up till this day. But it bring the lady ask about the African Express, in publications and everything. And the minister, what he try to do is like delegitimize, well, I don't want to use the word delegitimize, but try for like paints like say the African Express is not a serious thing, you know. It make like for say, you know, like the African Express gets a motive, you know. You know how they can do there, in get on the circumvent certain conversation for make it seem like the African Express is not important, not so important issue for talk about. So he mentioned something along the lines of say about the African Express they criminalize per diem. That means then they with the president from almost president we don't get a salon president year after year they use past 80 billion leons when are almost there $7 to $8 million just on per diem. So the African Express at the point out say these guys are using excessive and exorbitant per diems, ABAB per diem for use now the mechanism that they use for loot the state resources through per diems. That's when they loot because when the African Express don't surround them, it cover them with everything. You know, they don't get no other way for you know, thief bonically and physically, but the president, particularly in West, they use per diem for siphon the funds out of the country. But it goes back to the point where they make. I think Abdul Kagbo, Honorable AKK, will be mentioned in a parliament where unfortunately you not get the support of the other members of parliament them for letting stand with them for push and
Ibrahim,
move for the African Express, right?
If I was AKK, when I say withdraw, I didn't withdraw. The government one parliament I didn't withdraw.
Right.
But because, as you say, they didn't get the support from the old folks, them who pull for support and say, no, for people, don't make that noise for let's stand in ground. He was forced to say it's an opinion.
Right.
Ibrahim, that what they hit me like way they took me heart.
You see,
opinion.
So
Ibrahim, what do you make if you say President BBC, let get on account
on audited impressed on accounted for?
Impress. Yeah. No, they see the impress will be say no for normal sengia. Because you don't see in anchor base on audited impress anchor base when they don't anchor the African Express they don't go down, they don't go care go big thick vonu foam and big blankets, they don't say any money pass, it must can jama in the way to see the money. So
right.
Because of that reason, they say for be on audited impress, on accounted impress.
Yeah.
So if you take now, so all that food and thief, if we balance and the Abraham not to be and back all the news we follow halal nationality and if we don't all back. We all let they feel what they did. It's okay, Lara Tilopias and get mind for lose all the houses that we know for Kolopula. Ibrahim, to this point, I'm happy Abukabu talk about Lara Tilopias, but what they did at Parliament for correct that error, the topic they don't ever discuss and possible they not get it to one. Instead, then they give credence to somebody who knows for beyond Auditor General. So Ibrahim, talking of corruption without mentioning African Express, to me it look weird. To me, it's unimaginable. To me, it's like they're not ready for use weapon, proper weapon for kill SLPP. Because if you want to kill SLPP in corruption, I don't know if you measure La Retolopias, Nigerian thing they talk about, you know, they make in detail. The way they take, they employ people them. You write on the timber, you write on the president, you write on the first lady, you write on this MD, you write on the Ibrahim. Then they when I need to come for council, well, who are they call people and they measure? Not to be talk how Afghanistan the government not that city. Which weapon we should pass and which weapon do we should pass for all the people that did them first lady they take up. Release after release. The man, he gave websites, he did it. When I take all, come to president, take all, come to vice president, come to the MD, come to Ibrahim. African Express in release a post-1 campaign and a 5-year campaign. You can go talk about it 30 days.
Absolutely. You know, so
if you use the effective one, then like the first lady, the house of the president, and all that. Ibrahim, so going in the public television, when I create the talk to English, so for all people will understand. I didn't know how this government is not about the general. Now you care now the list of African Express release from the first lady to the president to all the ministers and then chief, all kind type of people and them there. That's what I will call them. The one with them go before money, then they Ibrahim. So moving forward, with the 8 now, the APC wing, for them to see the one of the weapons they get for talk about corruption. Moving forward, when I didn't television already Ibrahim, let them consistently they take one publication. If not the first lady they take it, they can go SLP, let them go argue. If not, they're not
going to do it.
No, we are saying, like what you say, we are saying this thing for let them know. Let them know, say they for take this every day. Because because we keep talking this thing when they fail.
Come here. They're not going to do it. Trust me. And I will come inside. Why make a face in the nugget for 2 hours?
Right.
I will come inside. But Ibrahim, I think you want to finish something.
Yes. Along that line, basically, with the African Express and the city tunings and Honorable Abdul Kagwe continuously, we would only see they do a phenomenal job. But I think what I want follow would do, comrade. Maybe it's an oversight on their part. Maybe. Let we guide we brother them.
I hope so.
Yes, you know what I mean, Nkashi and comrade. Let we guide we brother them, because now we're there on a very, very, these are the last few days we'll get. And like I would say,
Ibrahim, I don't agree. It is an oversight. I think it's deliberate. But I'll come inside. I know.
Mm-hmm.
I know what you're trying to play the devil's advocate. But I don't believe that.
No, Kashi, I'm not playing the devil's advocate. I'm just saying, because sometimes we are all human beings. Sometimes we just need to be guided in our thoughts, right? Like we comrade, remember the other day when they talk about city tunis.
I'm happy today when the principal by the devil's advocate stand up and tell the headmaster.
Right. But that's a good point, though. But you remember when City Tunis, we come and we say I got to call City Tunis, if not anything for guide them on certain things, along that line. So I believe, Honorable Abdul Kagwe, I think, and a guy with a listen, he's a very humble fella. I want to believe so. City Tunis too.
He has been listening until so we go away until just kasare.
Well, I wouldn't say so, Kashi, because for me, as far as I know,
I want to go to Ibrahim. This first one will agree say it's an oversight. When he continue, now say it's deliberate. Then we take the conversion from that point. I agree to Ibrahim this one say maybe it's an oversight.
Yeah,
I will tell them you have to use this thing. If you want to use proper weapon, I get for use one. When you continue now, then we all know how to use it. Of course, me and you and Ibrahim will already get to talk but we say this is an oversight.
Kashi.
They borrow the word from the principal, the advocates. They borrow the word from.
Well, if we now also bully me into it, okay, Mr. Consider oversight.
No, Kashi. No. We have to, if you, because you might know something that I don't know. You know what I mean? And so you have a right. You have a right to how you see things and how you feel about it. Go with your guts, bro. No. Don't.
Look, Ibrahim. It's not about like my thoughts and all anything in it. It's about because again, my thoughts not can be ranked, right? But it's just again the trend. Because when you look at it, Ibrahim, first of all, it goes back to what AKK Bidon said before, where he say where man let's spend force him for say it's an opinion and they forced him to withdraw it. When you look at it, Ibrahim, I totally agree the reason why they forced him for withdrawal. You know why? Because they did not do their investigation. Because look, any allegation must be investigated. Whether it is right or wrong, it must be investigated. But everything the African Express do, they fail to investigate it. They fail to write letter to the Bank of Sierra Leone to say, we want to check this check number if it is true. They did not do all of those things.
Absolutely.
And again, we platform consistently say, we no say Bank of Sierra Leone no go do one. But at least when they write the letter, again, I give this analogy where I say, Ibrahim, if we 3 naira, we go on some side, they say, hey, what's wrong or money loss? They say, no, we men and search everybody. Then you say, yes, men and search you. Comrade say, agree, say, men and search up. Me say, no. Without even checking, who doesn't go feel tip the money? It is me, Ibrahim.
Yeah, they go
so that's the thing. And this is the analogy where we always done the same. This is the thing where we always done the same. If the opposition had written letter to Bank of Sierra Leone or the people they mentioned, we see different companies they mentioned in that African Express press report, Ibrahim, and we don't say this thing. If the African Express una feel saying a lie in the lie, the government gets embassy in America. They could have sold the African Express. It's a registered newspaper in America. America do not joke with those things, Ibrahim.
Absolutely.
They will not sue the African Express. Now, because they don't say it is true, they don't get mind go sue the African Express because it will even expose them more.
Absolutely.
And even the African Express don't write an article where say, if the government is in a lie, they me they go sue them, Ibrahim.
Absolutely.
So, that guy they are not too well. They fail in kind of investigating these things. So, and if you don't investigate something when I just hear say, then they force them for withdraw, Ibrahim.
Absolutely.
So, and again, the second thing when they do, now the fact that now, the very opposition, the APC, again, Ibrahim, they want the wicked for can talk nonsense. May them know this thing. The African Express in release them. Now, powerful campaign message for the APC. Like what the comrade said. They give them bazooka. They give them RPG. For me to destroy the SLPP. And this is what we've been calling for. Now, make people when they talk say, oh, we don't like APC. No, we like APC because we want to make APC use the tool, the necessary tool for destroy SLPP. But they're refusing to do it. Ibrahim, now because of them, the African Express all of a sudden, then don't begin call some of them Godfather. So they're trying to deviate from the African Express, thinking that now them will give credence to the African Express. No. Trust me, the people, they give credence to African Express. African Express do not need you. But it is now only need them for making to destroy their everything. But you know what? They just bank on the fact that rest don't go up. They bank on the fact that fear don't go up. They bank on the fact that Pamai don't go up. So they not feel say the need for mention the African Express. This is the game, Ibrahim. This is the reason why I say I don't believe that it's an oversight. I don't believe that.
And I respect
it's kind of like deliberate. And I'm sorry, I could be wrong.
No, I respect that. But I respect that. Let me just make this distinction between the 2 points. I know they say I'm oblivious to the fact. Ego, that's Creole. I don't say I'm not sure. For say I don't feel say there is a concerted effort in the parliament, at that parliamentary level and the executive wing of the country. If I see they don't come together and say, they don't not discuss the African.
Not to say you the guy for like it's an oblivion. No, sorry, like you're not too sure and stuff like that.
Right.
The point why this guy for me.
No, I got you, bro. I come.
Good Friday, you want to be nice.
No.
And of course, I know say like that. But maybe sometimes on Good Friday, you want to be nice.
No, Kashi, it's not about being nice. Let me just make this point. Let's just distinguish the two, right? I totally don't figure over the past 5 years. Kashi, when I don't forget say, why begin rail against Parliament? Now the African Express in publications them where I see say they not take up. Now I make the one thing that will make me mind I change from the parliament completely. And of course the first way Honorable Cherry Kokogona ECOWAS Parliament where you say we get peace and stability, all of those things, right? And then we look at the killings of McKinney, the Pademaro prison massacre, all of that. But the African Express in publications them where the parliament not used for 5 years. Therefore say I no say there is a concerted effort within the wells of parliament not for use the publications of the African Express. For whatever reason, I don't know why the APC as a political party in the parliament not able to use the publications of the African Express. So I distinguish the two. I want to separate the two. That's now one aspect of the parliamentary side. But when it comes to Honorable AKK, because I feel so we talk about AKK and City Tunis, we don't trumpet the messaging for APC. I just want to say. Sorry, yes, Abdul Kagbo, right? Thank you. When they trumpet the messaging for the APC the past few days, we don't see all the interviews them 5 years of Marabio when they come out and talk about all the corruption and everything. I just want to separate the two. Say and no say Parliament. If like there is a concerted effort not for talk about the African Express, but when it comes to these discussions now on radio and TV, I feel say sometimes maybe Honorable Abu Kagbo and City Tunis maybe not forget that aspect of waiting at the reality of the person we break the ice. Now, when it comes to corruption from the days of the APC.
I understand the distinction you're trying to make there. But again, let me go back to what the comrade say because me not watch them. Now 98.1, clearly the interviewee kind of like the interviewer kind of like point out the African Express. So if anything, memory could have been jogged, Ibrahim.
Okay.
But yet still, was this in the Tunis? It deviates from that. Even though I have absolute respect for him. Because he is doing, we can call like with guns with your fingers, the one that right now they propagate the message of the APC, the Honorable Abdul Kagbo, the City Yaya Tunis, the Pope, I think I agree like Darami as well, a couple of days ago. But even though the interviewer kind of like mention it, but still memory is supposed to not be jogged, Ibrahim.
Gashi, this is the point I'm trying to make, right? And I get you. I totally 100% understand you. But like how we don't say, until the campaign don't begin, the messaging don't begin, we don't begin your brother City Tunis. You don't say you can do them Friday messages them. Hopefully go read this with message today. And go say, you know what, every brother, that thing you wouldn't talk so. Now two. I don't mention the African Express. If you want to get an opportunity for bringing up the publications of the African Express, I missed that opportunity today. Because, Kashi, we're all humans. So we give we brother them a chance, an opportunity. Because, again, not only they dictate...
Should I say?
Right, because not only they dictate to them, right? We dictate out and for going with the messaging, right? But we guide we safe along the way because we know, say, the ammunition where the African Express don't provide. You see, Comrade and Kashi, let me say something very important there because When we dey say pamain go up, rest go up, sardine don there, mayonnaise don there, this don there, dandy don there, lights not there, water not there, the country poverty, the pass mark. African Express begin publish from the day one of the SLPP in power. For sure, who's all the money they go? When the parliament gets a responsibility for oversight, we don't even stand up and say, but this boy, now 20 years, this is already Paris work here. Now the same African Express, this way President Bio come because I remember we talk today. We say President Bio writes a letter we reference the Ebola when based off of the report of the African Express, we be writes to former President Nkrumah. This President Bio be write a letter to former President Nkrumah where they ask. So now the publications of the African Express now use for doing. The SLPP was using the African Express. Then they used the Auditors General reports properly, effectively against the APC. Malaka, we all see them with the Kande Yumkelas and everything, the NGC. Because the messaging again for the APC was very weak. So people, SLPP, then capitalized and dominate the conversation when it comes to, they use the impressions of the African Express effectively against the APC. So we see that, Andy. So that is why I'm saying.
You make one salient point, Dishno, where you say the African Express, like, where they go and talk, say, oh, Pamai don't go up, rest don't go up. Wait till they fail for realize this government don't they succeed in kind of like telling the people, oh, not because of Ukraine war.
Thank you.
Not because of like COVID and all that.
Thank you.
But the African Express, they give you the live source as to whose side the money they go.
Exactly.
They make them think they are the deal.
So 5 years ago.
That's a very powerful point.
That is right, Ekashi, that is the point I'm making, because let people understand, see, like how they say, Marabiono destroys Salon by himself. We give them the example of Donald Trump in America. They face prosecutions. If he say go get away with certain things that we do, no, but the system they work. So again, the opposition, 2 terms, they impeached Donald Trump with as president. Twice they impeach him for pull him for remove him as president, but they not get the number. But they do it because they have to do it. It's an obligation of them. They don't say they get the right for the records. So again, when you grumble, you realize say thing then there. Not forget say the African Express provide all the information with this government be the APC as an opposition be need for effectively pursue the SLPP, but they no use them. So these are the things why they try for saying that is the emphasis why they make. Now let people understand say you no go blame Madabio one green no more for all the destruction that happen in our country. He is the president, but when he fail a responsibility, now make we say democracy. You get the opposition away for team up, but we don't do Africa. What they do on Africa in Sierra Leone is not an exception. What they do, then one let the other government fail, nothing is done, then the people continue for suffer because then they realize when the people is suffer, Tintanga, everything there, then they go vote for them, then they have kind of power, and then nothing no go change because at the end of the day, they don't appease the people. Now they feel like for saying political party don't kind of power, the African mentality, civic education, lack of informal and formal education, right? You know, the people understand now say, oh, my party don't kind of power, me at some call. Let's suffer no more. Like I want to begin, I want to talk about the Southeast and Communicator. Where we select the members of parliament and go ask them people at the South. Then the people and go ask them, say, what do you do for winner? I will say another work. Can't show me who's at work on a work, but they not go do them. Because na talk way, now SLPP did the power. It is the same mentality as well within the APC as a political party who we try for uplift with people. And we don't do a good job over the past 5 years. Not to everybody left at the dark again. People are awakened. So Comrade and Kashi, all me say is moving forward now into the conversations, into these elections, we go see if the APC is a very serious political party where they come for end corruption. Because the corruption we get delicate today. Now I make we get the suffer we will see with things around the end of the country because the APC now for use the publications of the African Express for stop Marabio 5 years ago immediately from the office of the First Lady first we didn't take money from the consolidated fund they give to the office of the First Lady. We're not supposed to be that way because the office of the First Lady is not a statutory body. It was not formed by Parliament. They not get no right for receive money from the consolidated fund. No member of Parliament, including APC, SLPP, NGC, and C4C. Most of the APC, not on the record, we come out and speak up against the money we give the African, the wife of the president, with the African Express press publisher. So beginning from there, the president travels them, per diem after per diem, money them after money, bank of the day, money done in a bank, cling, 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 president come out, go Lebanon, cling, cling, cling. There is no member of parliament at the APC, where they on the record, we come out and speak up and say, no, this has to stop. Where is everything going? Why things the dear? Again, Kashi and Comrade, Petrol don't there, like I did there. So every day petrol they go up. There is no member of the opposition in parliament where on the record we condemn the hike of prices of fuel. Go from the leader of the opposition in APC, Cherikoko. He has never, not on the records, to condemn this government with this constant increase.
All they do is just to say, oh, petrol be 3,750.
Yes. So,
but why is it here now? They don't, let me tell you, these guys then suppose for kind of like, again, waiting at the three responsibilities which you always talk about parliament.
Of course, representation,
legislation,
yeah.
and waiting.
Yeah.
The people's representatives.
Absolutely.
Ibrahim, these guys, they allow to go knock on any door and see the profits where the government they make, where the exorbitant price when they charge, why they cause them. Ask any of these parliamentarians if they know why the price is 21,000.
That is what I'm saying to you.
All they tell us, oh, petrol be 3,750. But you get the power to know. In fact, in my exam, now you fail because you just say, hey, 21,000 minus 4,000. Hey, now 17,000 they give me.
Yeah, Kashi.
No, they don't ask you why the difference.
Sorry, exactly. Man, no, but you're good. You're making a point, and that is what I'm saying, because again, I know say it's politically expedient at a time like this for just come and it's easy for campaign. Oh, everything there. They don't thief. That the most corrupt government is. It's fine. But at the end of the day, some of us, we want to do a forensic analysis of how did we get there, right? But again, Marabio for go. The goal is we want to make sure say Marabio go. So that is why we impress on the APC as a political party. In as much as we not go delve too much into that, but what I want to say, people like us exist, and Sierra Leoneans, and they were smart as much as we are. So then they watch you now, then they see when they come and they are this, that. But what you wanna do for stop Marabio, for let the country reach this highway, reach the like today, we win one of the third hungriest country in the world. Why for happen?
Apparently. Second, I think.
Second.
Well, this is the thing. And let me try to make this clear.
Anyways,
what we are saying
I'll be right back, guys.
For help the APC to do a better job for the people, so the people make up their minds. But again, you're going to tell you, say the people already don't make up their mind. Ibrahim, the question that they say, these governments, they consistently say it's because of the Russia-Ukraine war, because of the COVID. All countries, they go through this, which is very, very stupid and flimsy. However, Ibrahim, they get the right for know why petrol price they at 21,000. They know, they need for know, Ibrahim. They have access. And guess what? We always say, we know say this government would not give them full access. But when they ask, it exposed the government, Ibrahim. This is all what we've been asking for. This is all we've been asking for. How can you see like credible evidences of the Africanist press? If we talk about the Chancery building where they flip Pansamura Kamara, now because of the Africanist press. Amada Biole, waiting come they remind me of when he wrote a letter to President Aneskoma about Ebola, he referenced the Africanist press, Ibrahim. These days, like we on MP them seem for the kind of like shy away from the Africanist press. Why? Because they feel say, they feel say that they give credence now, then they give credence to the Africanist press. No, the people of Sierra Leone, they know the Africanist press. They know the credibility of the Africanist press. We do not need to wait for you guys, but it is a good campaign message for you guys. It is a good campaign message. So why you guys are not using it? Why? Is it because they calling her out? So now when I feel say, no, we kind of like they give them blackout. No, we did. So if we not give them blackout, we did. We get one whole NPA. We get one whole EDSA. Now we on platform. We would always give him light. So they're not, but it is just good for you guys, for your political parties. I don't know if we come really philosophy. Yeah, go on.
There's no way, no day, we posting one talk for nil SLPP when it comes to corruption.
Absolutely.
Without measuring the African Express, cash as in the African Express enable them like where you want to need big stick, they go take small nail.
Absolutely.
You say they use that for nail the big stick. The nail broke with the broke or bend.
So
cash the best nail for nail SLPP that the African Express we come for corruption.
Oh yeah.
And I tell you something, Ibrahim. If now other country African Express defend Nigeria like right now don't win, which that already can give people they do very well.
Oh yeah.
They can keep people.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
I mean,
why international award do they give people them?
Then journalists them, or
yes, journalists,
yeah,
people are no more.
Yeah.
That picking up Pakistan.
Is it the Royal of the Royal or whatever? I think George Civic applied and they win a few years ago, I think.
No, not really. Not Randy. No, Nyadi.
No, Africa. No, you see, internationally, African Express is going to be recognized someday at some point. Of course, it's recognized because I mean they invite him to places and all that, right?
We look at this man for the past 20 years. We consistently, he don't call out to government them, and in an honest manner.
Absolutely.
But this one, he don't really, because politically, the man don't use the voting, I don't get the access. Now we able to reach to everybody, the social media. Before this time, why make people not be known but because not make social media? That will not be active. But Ibrahim, if you really somebody want need SLPP, bad abuse and corruption, I need to take 19 at the African Express release. Ibrahim, if he take 20 by he release them, no say 20, every day talk about one. Every day talk about one. Ibrahim, you don't finish SLPP. Yeah. You know the able done them without that African Express can release, because in your release, not to say like guesswork, if they tell you the evidence is the bank transaction, let them go to the bank of salary, then normally not the they pull a name and the address there. Business people will say no. What me kuno say na Alikaba in brother. Na Alikaba can to body forge go get the contact for that chance building African Express. Then show you say how the money work. Cash box. Then they can say that go with them go na New York. That waste of salary resources. Because African Express will not do a video of that building the way show in and out of them. So what in them go? What in they then go do so? Now what in African Express will not do? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Then I had to calibrate the visit.
Oh, okay.
Come with Ibrahim. You remember, even the head of the NPPA, National Procurement something, whatever I mean, Ibrahim Soare or so, I think my name.
Right.
If you now remember, this is the man where Sidona 98.1 say 95% of waiting the African Express say it is true and factual.
Yep. That's it. Nobody.
Sidona 98.1 they talk.
It did.
Imagine where they work for the government, but the MP they now. Papa God.
So Kashi and comrade, you see, that's the point. I say, well, moving forward, if you be seeing an oversight on the part of we brother Tunis and Kagbo and everybody else waiting for campaign for the APC, if they don't mention the African Express, now we know say then get a problem. We know say now this night concerted effort with the government for continue for silence the African Express, and we will not take it lightly with our brothers, regardless of what it is. Because
not for silence African Express, not for because Ibrahim. I always talk and say, if he are boy the catch which, he said which one powerful person, the problem. Ibrahim, if the government in the waiting, then if this one will say the oversight, we're looking what will be the next one. Because I know say they will keep for ask them the question of the African Express. What's my journalism 5 years ago, Ibrahim, they ask that question now. They say don't get chance to answer. Okay, the government said that in power now elections will be asked question. Then don't be prompt them for the discussion. On one be oversight again next time. Because we get for staff who got their conscience that the people of Sierra Leone, what the African Express they do is long overdue to let people learn. The snap and challenge this party, Ibrahim, is long overdue.
Absolutely.
And this revolution, you will take in cause.
Absolutely.
If you don't see all the politicians then don't go make a meeting. For say Lord destroy the people of Sierra Leone, the one who then put them for them, hold on the for thief, Lord remain for thief.
Yeah.
But tell us in a very big lie, very big no. That lie, the lie.
Absolutely.
That lie, the lie.
You see, comrade, African Express and Kashino agree to this. African Express get the solution. It get the medicine for men with so foot in Sierra Leone. What's there with so foot? Corruption. Corruption is the cause of the unnecessary, untimely death of the people in the lake today. Now, corruption make we not get enough police officers them, or for adequately pay with police officers them, for them become very responsible citizens as well. Now, corruption they make we get that guy in our Waterloo community where it become the vigilante in the community, then the judge, then the lawyer, then the police, then the everything. It take advantage of people. African Express they provide everything we need, the medicine for heal with so foot. You know, the corruption they make we look with hospitals, they look with the condition where they Kashi. I see the other day, first lady go donate. Kashi, some of the things these people donate, I ask myself in 2023, 30 day, one then small gas chamber bottle, for oxygen. I'm like, really? At this particular point, people are donating.
Yes, it billions of dollars.
Kashi,
Kind of like
Kashi,
$1,000.
those things, it will be a fundamental part of the supply department.
Yeah.
Supply department. It should be budgeted for every year.
Exactly.
Supply department of every. Hey God, me. I want to head. I don't know how the Ministry of Health is structured. But I really want to see who is in charge of facility management and supply management at the hospital there within the Ministry of Health. How much that the budget will they go allocate particularly to them particular department?
Well, it goes back to the point where you said the buck stops with the minister. The minister and then lead to the president. They ought to know this. Like what you say, so all of these things must be budgeted. And when they budget, they're supposed to discuss on the Ministry of Finance. Then if you discuss them to the Minister of Health, they got to go to cabinet, they got to go to president, they got to go to parliament for approve that these things are available and necessary and they require now the hospital, Ibrahim.
In 2023,
so it's everybody, Ibrahim.
Oxygen now 2023 oxygen before they go donate oxygen.
Yes, and when you go check your budget, when you do budget, you get to know what you need.
Exactly.
What you need, what you require of this hospital. So Ibrahim is not an excuse for dead there. These guys ought to know. They just don't care about like the Minister of Mines. Then they away get accident. They say although to be honest, me don't know if I'm sorry for her or not. But Ibrahim, they say foot broke. Who said and fly and go?
Hey, but I don't see to salon.
Kashi.
You see?
No. Kashi, Obinon swear, and may continue for sweating. If they don't campaign like say the road then are cosmetic, then can the chief like on the all get accident, they have been known any do I prayer this way. Anybody we depend chief saloon in the time for the saloon do say this so for care what outside this so papa could father lay the road for you. Now you ventures a massive fall upon the road. Then no more way the work and then no more than it's not there.
Absolutely.
You know, they pull press release where get accidents, then pull press release say then they fly and go Germany.
Wow.
Imagine a country.
Wow.
They pull press release say then they fly and go Germany.
But you get that picking, you get that woman. Right now, I share it in my Twitter page. A lady where they go cutting one hand. Now in foot begin rotting and get for cutting back. The government, Austin Demby we say get $9.8 million within the budget for them kind of by emergency cases that day. But that lady in situation could be even taken care of in Sierra Leone. They not fly and go Germany. They fly with citizens. That when the citizens that will fly, not to the servants, because the citizens that then get it, the job. The ministers are servants to the people, but then they fly and go Germany. But I go tell you, well, sometimes a man instead to get German citizenship, you never know, right? So instead don't go in Germany, you say getting citizenship, you say they take care of them, we don't work, sometimes gets. You never know, Kashi, with all of these people. This is the problem, because all man get dual citizenship, not for everybody, but a lot of these guys then get dual citizenship. So they don't care what they happen at salon. Salon are the fat cow. Now then they go milk, then they come, they can deposit the money overseas. This is what is happening. But you know, Kashi and comrade, when it comes to it, at the end of the day, when it boils down to the people of Sierra Leone, we talk them in there because we want to open up on our mind, we want to educate on ourselves. Civic education is key. You have to understand. Now, make we say we start them from when they're young. We get for make sure say we curriculum get civic education as part of governance should be in there. Let people begin nurture that habit of patriotism and nationalism at a very early age. Let people begin understand say citizens for no saying that the country that they put forward, not to the tribe or in political party. But I'm telling you, Sierra Leone delegate today, when you look at what is actually happening right now in Sierra Leone, it is a disgrace that the APC cannot. And we look forward to not to just Honorable Abdul Kagbo or Sidi Tunis for the talk now. We look forward to every executive member, stalwart in the APC, should be out there in the campaign trail across the country. Therefore, they go up and down. Then go say, well, money not.
By the way, I've not seen Lance and Adumbuya kind of like saying much these days.
Well, Lawyer Lance and Adumbuya. Matter of fact, when you talk about Asukashi, we are 1 hour 2 minutes away. But I think say tomorrow, now we won't find brother. Let's talk to him tomorrow. Because there is this particular thing where they go on with this rally, not rally. And I know saying I'm being at the meeting and this and that, I think
people can tell we what exactly happened.
Yes,
Brian.
Yeah. The other day I see.
We don't get secret cow.
No.
We defended him. We talked for him. We not mean say we just sit down for make it do all kind. taking that business.
No, matter of fact, comrade, you are not try for reach out to Loyal last night. If we for bring and come Monday, because it's tomorrow weekend. Monday, if we for bring and come Monday, Lord can discuss a few things since he don't become the Secretary General. You know, not so because now we fed for him or we, you know, be the hope say he could be the Secretary General, but on the fact that, you know, now we on brother, let's see if we can bring and come maybe Monday, comrade. Lord try for reach out to him and bring and come Monday, so it will be a part of the conversation rather than we talk behind him. Lord give the opportunity. Which one I think, Kashi and comrade. Lord, so Lord reach out and see if we go for bring and come. Lord can clarify a few things, then let people and get a better understanding. What do you think about that?
It's a good idea, but Ibrahim, the Agbagba them,
I know.
allow him to.
Oh no, Kashi, I'm optimistic. Say last night, I don't be not the kind man. You know,
yeah. You don't sabi that country.
Oh no.
Don't say we want to go after the political class.
No.
Anyway,
Kashi, no. Kashi, no, Kashi. Loyal Lansana is a fine gentleman. I want to believe so. So we go see. You know, so we'll reach out to Loyal Lansana. We'll go bring and come Monday. He's a fine gentleman. I don't think he's the kind guy. Loyal Lansana, Kashi, now one of the people that we know. He's uncompromisable. That one day, my way get character.
I want to believe.
Yeah, he got character. Yeah. We'll bring him. We'll try to reach out to him, bring him in. But we'll go left and I salon people. It's a Friday, you know, I'm gonna have a beautiful weekend. And again, happy Good Friday and Easter, I think a Monday back, Kashi, you know, so Monday, Easter, you know,
yes.
And you know, people already fast, God continue for guiding, you know, strengthening, yeah. If you get for listening to the message 2 times for you understand everything, go back and listen to the message twice. And when I pay attention, you know, not always on a temper nonsense, you know, there's a lot of foolishness out there, but when I pay attention to the important things, then, you know, misinformation and disinformation is the biggest threat where they face the world. People come and say all kinds of stuff these days without having no proper evidence to back up and substantiate what they talk about. But my brothers and sisters, they will love when I take care of ourselves. Yeah, when I continue for stand on the ground, when I continue for protect this democracy. Democracy should be fought for and should be defended, and that is what we are doing. So one for thank you now, we see you, we appreciate our messages, them and everything. Every one of you guys out there, we appreciate that. We hear our messages, them and everything. Lord continue for stay true to we country. As long as you stay true to Sierra Leone, you know they get one problem. The only time you get problem, we begin bend. As you bend, so you yourself they don't say you don't get problem. But when you stay true to the country and the interest of the country, you put them and you hold all the people them accountable. People that are supposed to be held accountable, hold accountable any day, time, and there's no place, no appropriate time, no day. Every day is a day where people's lives have been affected by politicians they mislead. Right now, somebody they die in a hospital, you don't get oxygen. Right now, somebody they die in a hospital, you don't get the proper medical. Right now, somebody they die because you know if you get money for go hospital, then I see they die. Where you listen to this message to? These things are happening. It happen every now and again. You know, means say politics don't stop. Politicians are still there. They still they work. They still get money. They still they live good life. Then they drive motor we get air conditioning. They also get air conditioning. They picking in the private school. So man, they will not survive if they get picking. They not get picking. We don't know if they're married. They're not married. These are politicians who they enjoy a very good life. But when they suffer and continue for punish. So they say all the things they are not alone. I understand. Say, you know, there is a country we will get for stand up for. Now Salon now for put in front. We put Salon in front. Everything else is going to be good. So we look at the APC. Using the publications of the African Express for campaign. This campaign here, logo remove Marabio because Marabio they go. We remove them, we vote against them massively for let Marabio go. But I thank you all, everybody. Bye bye.